demands Matthias de Ligt signing, with Bayern Munich asking for £50 million for his signature. Manuel Ugarte has been told by PSG and the manager that he is free to leave the club, plus all of your latest transfer news and a massive update on Joshua Zirkzee. These are some of the stories we will be discussing on this afternoon's show. But before we get into that, please do me one small favour. Smash a like on today's video. Let's try and see 200 likes on today's show. And if this is your first time watching, please do subscribe to the channel. I'm live every single day at 8:30 a.m. and 6 p.m. UK time. If anything breaks during the day, I do also go live. Only 50% of people who watch these videos are subscribed. If you're one of those people who isn't subscribed, go and subscribe. Doesn't cost any money. This content is completely free, and it would really help out me and the channel. So if you are someone who wants to stay up to date with all of the latest Manchester United transfer news and talk, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and make sure you like the video as well. Okay, cool. That's all of the boring stuff out of the way, and let's get straight on to the exciting stuff. And the first story I've got for you today is about Joshua Zirkzee. Lots and lots of people have been messaging me about this guy, saying, what's going on? Is the deal happening? For anybody who's unaware of the backstory, Joshua Zirkzee has a release clause of £33.8 million in his contract with Bologna. His agent is apparently asking for £12 million to facilitate a deal to whichever club that might be. Joshua Zirkzee was on the brink of moving to AC Milan a couple of weeks ago. AC Milan triggered the release clause. They agreed personal terms, but apparently AC Milan were not willing to pay the £12 million that his agent was demanding. And we've spoke about this many times on the show. I think these agent commissions need to be stamped out of football. I honestly think it's disgusting. I think it's daylight robbery, to be honest. And it's something that UEFA, the FA, whoever governs football needs to get rid of. I think a prime example of the greed in football was the Erling Haaland deal to Manchester City. Man City paid Dortmund £51 million for Haaland, which is obviously a bargain. They then had to pay Mino Raiola £50 million in agent commission, and they also had to pay Erling Haaland's father £50 million as well. So it's ridiculous, and it needs to be stopped. It needs to be regulated. But back to the topic of Joshua Zirkzee. This is coming out from a very reliable Italian newspaper. It's coming out from all of the Italian newspapers, to be honest. And apparently Bologna have informed Joshua Zirkzee and his agent that he must make a decision on his future before the end of this week, so before Sunday. The reason for this is because his release clause becomes active on July the 1st. Manchester United have approached Bologna. They've told them that on July the 1st, they will be triggering the release clause. They're in negotiations with Zirkzee's agent at the moment, trying to come to an agreement on personal terms, contract length, role in the team, whether he's going to be a first team player, whether he's going to be a rotation player, all the rest of it. And they're also trying to negotiate terms on the agent commission. Apparently Manchester United aren't willing to pay the 12 million agent commission, but they are willing to pay some sort of commission. The agent of Joshua Zirkzee is somebody who is apparently close to Ineos. He has a good relationship with them, and apparently he is willing to reduce the agent fee. So I would say that this deal is 90% going to happen. There is obviously still the chance that AC Milan come back to the table. I don't think that will happen, but crazier things have happened, to be completely honest. You never know what's going to happen in football. I am really hopeful of this one, though. I think Joshua Zirkzee will become the first Manchester United signing. Let's spin an exciting idea for you here. Imagine Joshua Zirkzee working under Ruud van Nistelrooy. Obviously, for anybody who's unaware, Ruud van Nistelrooy is going to become a coach at Manchester United, which is amazing. I'm so excited about that. But imagine how well Joshua Zirkzee will develop and Rasmus Højlund will develop with the coaching of Ruud van Nistelrooy. It'll be amazing. Absolutely incredible. So, yeah, I think this deal probably will be done next week. July the 1st is Monday. That's when the release clause becomes active. So, yeah, let me know what you think about that one in the comment section. Would you like to see Joshua Zirkzee at Manchester United? If you don't want Joshua Zirkzee, let me know who you would prefer. Some other names we've been linked to is Jonathan David. Not massively keen on Jonathan David, to be honest. There are some stories saying that we might go for Victor Osimhen. I just don't think that will happen. Apparently, Napoli want Mason Greenwood, and apparently Napoli would be willing to sell Victor Osimhen if they could get Mason Greenwood. There's too many ifs, buts, and maybes with that one. Victor Osimhen would cost you £130 million. That's his release clause, you know? So even if we gave them Mason Greenwood for, say, 40 million, we're still having to find 90 million. Like, it doesn't make much sense. Big ups to Fred, who's just gifted 5 memberships to the Daily Red Devil Members Club. Thank you very much, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I got your email the other day, which I did reply to. Glad to hear that you're all right. You were missed when you weren't here for a few days, so welcome back. I hope you're feeling better. Yeah, and obviously anybody who's been gifted a membership from Fred, make sure you say thank you in the chat. We've got 300 people watching the show live now, which is amazing for a lunchtime show. Please smash a like on the video, guys. Let's try and hit 200 likes on today's show, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We are literally now 1 subscriber away from 24,500. So if this is your first time watching, please do subscribe. Live every single day. I've got all of your, I keep you up to date with all of the news. So it's definitely a good channel to get involved with. We've got a great community, never any toxicity. Everyone's really friendly. Everyone's really positive. So yeah, get involved. Okay, let's move on to Ligt then. So this story is everywhere today. So the first time it broke was from Sport Bild, and they are reporting that apparently Manchester United are keen on signing Bayern Munich centre-back Matthias de Ligt. It says the Dutch defender is up for sale this summer, which has alerted a number of top European clubs. United are understood to be one of those who are strongly considering the deal, blah, blah, blah. And then another story came out earlier on today from, who was this one from? Okay, this is coming out from Christian Falk, very reliable journalist, tier 1 journalist for Bayern Munich. He is literally the best German journalist, and he reports pretty much exclusively on Bayern Munich. 400,000 followers on Twitter. He is reporting that Erik ten Hag wants to bring Matthias de Ligt to Manchester United. Bayern Munich are asking for £50 million plus £10 million in add-ons, taking the deal total to for £60 million. Ridiculous amount of money. He then goes on to say that Manchester United are only willing to pay £30 million. And you know what? I applaud that. If we got Matthias de Ligt for £30 million, I would be happy with that. I would have no issues with that whatsoever. I think that probably is his market value at the moment. He was unbelievable for Ajax. Since then, he's not done that great. He's been dropped out of the Bayern team for Eric Dyer. I mean, that kind of sums it up for me. 30 million, considering his price, should be at rock bottom at the moment. There is no way on earth they're going to get £60 million for him. I'm sorry. So, yeah, £30 million for Matthias de Ligt. I would take that 100%. 60 million, you're having a laugh. 50 million, you're having a laugh. 40 million, I still think you're having a bit of a laugh, realistically. Maybe we do 30 million plus 5 or 10 in add-ons, maybe. But my understanding is that apparently Matthias de Ligt wants to reunite with Erik ten Hag. He really enjoyed working with him at Ajax. Obviously, he was part of that amazing Ajax team that went on to the semi-finals of the Champions League, beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. Like, he is a good player, but I think his price tag and his wages are the main concern, if you like, the main red flag. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what you guys think. Would you like to see Matthias de Ligt at Manchester United? I've got a poll going on the live chat. So if anybody who's watching this back on repeat, you can let me know in the comment section. Would you like to see de Ligt at Manchester United? So far, 54% of people watching live say yes, I would. And 46 say no. Quite a lot of people in the chat are saying 30 million for him sounds about fair. Others saying that 60 million pounds is laughable. I would agree with you. 60 million pounds, like, where have they got that figure from? What's that based on? 30 million, I would have no issues with. I would be happy with that. It would be good business. But 60 million is literally laughable. Okay, let's move on from that, though. Let's talk about Manuel Ugarte then, shall we? So for anybody who's unaware, again, Manuel Ugarte, central defensive midfielder, 23 years of age, plays football for PSG, currently on international duty for Uruguay at Copa America. He apparently is up for sale this summer. And the latest news I've got for you on this one, coming out from a very, very reliable Uruguayan journalist, is that apparently PSG manager Luis Enrique has told Manuel Ugarte that he is not wanted at PSG and is free to leave the club this summer. So PSG are looking to sell him. Liverpool are also interested, so there is going to be a bit of competition for this player. Apparently he's available for £50 million, which is a lot of money. But PSG want to recoup as much of the transfer fee they paid to Sporting Lisbon as possible. Now, my understanding is that Manchester United spoke to PSG earlier this week. They spoke about multiple players, one of which was Manuel Ugarte, one of which was also Marcus Rashford. And Manchester United apparently submitted a verbal offer of £25 million for Manuel Ugarte, which was rejected outright. PSG saying they want 50 million. Now, I think, if we could get him for 40 million plus maybe 10 million in add-ons, I think that'd be a great bit of business. He's widely regarded as one of the best young central defensive midfielders in the world. It hasn't worked for him at PSG, and that's not because he's not a good player. It's because of the surprising emergence of Zaire Emery, 18 years of age, came through the PSG Youth Academy. He's kind of like the Kobbie Mainoo of PSG. People weren't expecting him to make the impact that he did, but Zaire Emery literally starts every single game for PSG now. He's their main man alongside Vitinha. So just because PSG are trying to sell him, don't think that means he's not a good player. It's just one of those ones where, the stars haven't aligned for him, and this Warren Zaire Emery guy has broken his way into the team and effectively taken the minutes that Manuel Ugarte was expected to have. And obviously with this, Warren Zaire Emery guy coming through the youth academy, being French, it just seems to have gelled, and, he's a very, very good player. His stock price, right? At the beginning of last season, he was worth £5 million, okay? His stock price now is 60 million in one season. It's like Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo at the beginning of last year would probably be worth like 10 million. What's Mainoo worth now? 60? 70? 80? I don't know. The sky's the limit for Mainoo. I mean, yeah, on the transfer market, it says Mainoo's value 60 million. That's probably what I thought. And then at the start of last season, right, transfer market has his value at £800,000. I mean, that's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, Manuel Ugarte to Manchester United, very, very exciting. I think him and Xerxes will probably be our two first deals. 40 million for Manuel Ugarte, and then 33.8 million for Xerxes. So the total would be 73.8 million for the two players. Not bad. Not bad at all. Then we just need a centre-back. And then once we sell some other players, we can, bring in some alternatives. But it'll be interesting to see what you guys think about that. Do let me know in the comment section. This is just going to be a short video today because I'm literally about to head off to Wales in about 10 minutes for the weekend. I am taking my camera with me. I am taking my microphone. So I am hoping that I'll be able to do some videos, but I don't know what the internet's going to be like there. I am going to literally the middle of nowhere in Wales, but hopefully the internet's good, but obviously I can't make any promises. Okay, so we've spoke about Manuel Ugarte. We've spoke about Ligt. Quick one on some new contracts. Apparently Johnny Evans is going to sign a new contract. I know people are going to be upset about that, but I don't think it's the end of the world, to be honest. Having Johnny Evans as a fourth or fifth choice centre-back doesn't anger me. I know some people will be like, oh, it's a disgrace. Man United should have better than that. But Johnny Evans was probably one of our best centre-backs last season, realistically. So, yeah, I don't think it's the end of the world that Johnny Evans will be staying for one more season. I think he brings experience. I think he brings elite mentality. And I don't think he's a bad person to have around the club. So I've got no issue with Johnny Evans staying for one more year personally, but we'll wait and see what happens. Right, I'm going to wrap the video up here, guys. As I said, I'm literally about to head off to Wales. Have a great weekend, everybody. There will be a video going live on the channel at 6 o'clock this evening. It'll be pre-recorded though. I am going to try and do a video tomorrow morning, etc. But as I said, if the internet doesn't work, then the internet doesn't work. I'll be back 100% by Monday. I'm only away Saturday and Sunday, but I will be trying to do some videos. Before you leave, please smash a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well. We're literally on the brink of hitting 24,500, so make sure you subscribe. Have a great rest of your day, everybody, and I'll speak to you all a bit later.